Hello and welcome to another Starcraft 2 commentary video with Gumjabar. Now, last week we ran through Protoss versus Terran as a matchup and looked at some of the new builds and new styles that are coming out and the stuff that I've been working on. And I think that this week I'm going to be focusing on Protoss versus Protoss. So, I had a few interesting Protoss versus Protoss games today that I'm going to share throughout the week. And we're going to look at them. Now, you can refer to one of my last Protoss vs. Protoss videos concerning the defensive 3-gate, the really safe PvP style that is just really a great build. And in all of these games this week, I'm going to be aiming to do that build. It doesn't always turn out that way, of course. I have to deviate sometimes, but that is my goal. And that build goes right into Blink, so that's sort of a bit out of my comfort zone because I prefer to use Robo in PvP, but you know what, it's important to mix it up and try different styles. And of course Huck has been having a ton of success going Blink almost every matchup in the game every single time, so you know what, I figure it's probably not a bad idea. This is of course on my vision only because we're going to look at my decision making and everything like that. So right now I'm just sort of scouting out. I'm going to rally this out here, make a pylon, put it into gas. Now we get up here. I see a building. I didn't quite get a look at it. This guy was queued to return. And uh-oh, he canceled it. What is this? Something tricksy is going on here. Not quite sure what it is, so I'm just going to scout it out. I'm thinking maybe his second pylon, maybe this is his second pylon and he has something else, but that seems unlikely. So as soon as I can confirm that we've got no gateway in or anything else in his base, there's a gateway, but I see it's quite late. Essentially, I'm just starting to get kind of worried. He's doing something weird, so I'm going to just scout out around everywhere. This is a very late gateway, and again, I'm still sort of going for my 3-gate, but I'm scouting out right now. I'm going to check it out. Uh-oh, what is this? We've got a proxy 2-gate here. So, I'm going to make a forge instantly as soon as you spot something like this. And I could have put that forge down even earlier, once I spotted nothing up here, but as soon as you spot anything crazy, either a cannon rush or proxy gates, you just need a forge, and you need to make cannons. And now I'm in a stall. Got to stall for the cannons. Don't worry about pulling probes, just stay alive. Because look how far ahead in tech I am. As long as I can stay alive here, I'm going to be able to have warp gate way sooner than my opponent. So, cannon. Pull more probes. He's not microing too well either. He could be targeting my zealot better. And all I'm doing, I actually have a ton of minerals. I should be throwing down more gateways. But even with just one gateway making chrono boosted zealots, as long as this forge gets up, that's all that matters. Forge gets up, I pretty much win. And now I throw down my additional gateways. And stalling out yet again. So I've got 4 gates. Notice this probe is still here. He has no buildings in his base. He doesn't have any units there. This is very important, and this is what White Raw calls special tactics. That's not actually just a joke, it's actually a real thing. And in PvP, it's when you know your opponent doesn't have units in his base, he can't. Maybe he is doing a 4-gate and containing you. Maybe he's doing this this zealot rush with proxy. Anything like that, Anyway, yeah, I do put down more cannons. Again, I just want to stay alive. I know my tech is wicked far ahead, and that's all that matters in PvP, really. Of course, the economy is kind of important too, but not as important as tech. So he can't do anything here. Now then, special tactics. This is when your opponent doesn't have any units in his base and you know this. So you sneak a probe in, make a pylon, or you can do this with a warp prism, and you just go kill him. And now I'm just going to try and kill his probes, but, you know, the probes aren't mining, so I really just don't care. I'm winning right now. He's getting no income. I warp in some stalkers. I'm just 4-gating him right now inside his base. Using all my chrono boost. He's losing a ton of probes. He was actually ahead of probes, of course, but it just doesn't matter at this point. His warp gate's going to be finished soon, but, you know. Now I just go for the pylons. He's not mining. That's really the key thing. He's not mining. He has like one warp in. That's it. Yeah, here's a warp in. And I just have too much. I'm also warping in a few units back at home just in case he decides to do the same kind of thing. But I do have cannons anyway, so it's not a big deal. And he has left the game. So, just to summarize this game, pretty short one. You see something fishy, you don't see buildings in his base, just make a forge. Forge defends against anything fishy he could be doing, including proxy gates or cannon rushing. And after that, just, you know, stay alive, get ahead in tech, and special tactics for the win. So that's going to be the game for today. Stay tuned tomorrow for more PvP right here.